poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. I'll be doing the Braxtons, the review of Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Traci Braxton. Well, this episode was dedicated to Traci's heavenly birthday, because this is her second anniversary of not being on Earth, celebrating her birthday. It starts off with Tawanda being passionate, expressing how she feel about Kevin Sr., Traci Braxton's husband, being on the Braxtons. And she like it's never going to happen because she feel like he disrespected the family about having a funeral, and she did not want the funeral. I said at the end of the day, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what Tawanda say. I don't care what the internet say. That is not the reason why they beefing with Kevin Sr., Traci husband. Period. I don't care what nobody says at the end of the day. Tawanda is getting angry because she's trying to convince us that's the reason why. But that's not the reason why. Okay? So all that passion could go out the window. Because even Trina said she never seen her sister get like this. Now she getting like this. It's deeper than a funeral. I don't care what Tawanda is saying. Because at the end of the day, these girls are not being honest on this show. I feel like they truly disrespected Traci Braxton, period, by not including her husband, because that is a part of her, period. At the end of the day. Now, if they say she divorced the man's still a part of her. Divorced or married, period. At the end of the day. Okay? They disrespected her while she was living, and now they still disrespected her while she in the grave. Alright? Because we, the audience, really don't know what was going on and what was said. Only the husband and the sisters would know that. And they showed where Traci felt she was disrespected by her sister, when she felt like she was left out because she had Kevin Jr. and she was not able to sing and sign in the 90s with her sisters, and they moved on without her. And Tawanda is feeling guilt trip because they know they did. They moved on without Traci, period. They know they did it. So what is the issue? Okay? Y'all, like, what is the issue now? Cause I'm not getting it. Y'all disrespected her. If y'all really wanted her to be part of the group, you should have never took the deal unless they took her too. Period. If y'all all for one, y'all should have never signed the deal without her. Because I know if I'm for my sister and they're not going to take my sister, I'm not doing it. Period. It's called loyalty. And y'all wasn't loyal to Traci Braxton when you signed the deal, period. Y'all moved on and left her behind. And I feel like that's why Tawanda was really passionate, because she feels some kind of way about that, because they showed the clip about it. They show about how Traci felt about that. And I feel like I'm side-eyeing all the sisters, because to me, they coming off fake and phony. I like the Braxtons, but they really got some major issues, okay? All of them got major issues. And like I said, y'all is wildin'. Tamar is in the studio, and I think it's beautiful. She's going to dedicate her new song, new album to her sister Traci Braxton. We all know Traci could sing, okay? She could hold a note just like the rest of her sisters. I think all of the Braxtons are talented. They all beautiful, but they is bat crazy, period. Okay? Let's keep it 100. They put on this image like, oh, we so perfect. But in reality, if you put a mirror to their face and they look inside, they not happy about something. And I mean all of them. From Trina, Tamar, and Tawanda. Okay? They not happy inside. Because it's showing on the outside. When you happy with oneself, you at peace with oneself. Okay? You don't need all the drama. I mean, you can live a good life and still make good TV, all right? I don't know what's all this craziness going on. But let's get back to it. I'm glad Tamar and And Vince is in a good space because she called up Vince to get some advice about singing and stuff like that. And I'm like, I feel like Vince is the only man that Tamar married that could gather Tamar together. I feel like Vince is the only one that could have handled Tamar and her behavior. Okay? Oh, shit. Why am I... They gonna hear all this in the background. They gonna hear this. I forgot to turn this off. This. Oh, my God. We keeping it. We keeping that in the background. Yes, I'm filming with the TV. I'm filming with the damn TV on. Oh my God. I didn't realize it was on until now. The family meets up at dinner. Tamar, Trina, Tawanda meets up with their mom to give them the rundown of what happened. And Tawanda have not seen Tamar since the first episode. That speaks volume in itself. You haven't seen your sister since the first episode, and this is the 5th episode. You could tell the Braxtons are not close as they claim they are. Okay? They are not close as they claim they are. You have not seen your little sister since the first taping. That is crazy. And they give them the rundown what happened in D.C., and the mother didn't like what she was hearing. She was like, Traci was saying that little Kevin got to grow some balls to stand up to his father. I don't believe Traci said that. And reality, do you think Traci Braxton will want her son to go against his father? Little Kevin Jr. to go against Kevin Sr.? I can't see that. I'm sorry. I don't know the people that's watching. I don't know the Braxtons personally. But I cannot personally see that Traci Braxton want her son and her husband fighting against each other. I don't think no mother or wife would want that in their family. So I really don't know what was said, what was happening, but at the end of the day, I can't see Traci. I can't see it. So no matter how the Braxton portrayed what they thought Traci might have, what she said, I don't believe it. It's like anything the Braxtons say, I don't believe it. I don't. Which is crazy. So they decided to do a crab fest for Traci's birthday because she liked crabs and they are from Maryland at the end of the day. And that's what they eat. They like seafood. And that's a great celebration for Traci. And I think it was a great idea to do a seafood celebration for Traci Braxton's birthday. Tamar breaks down crying because she didn't know Traci knew the guy, and they both know each other because the guy celebrated and gave Tamar her flowers, and she just started breaking down crying. I think that's still guilt. I think the reason they get upset and they yelling and they crying is of a guilt trip. They feel guilty about something, maybe how they treated Traci. I'm not sure. But I feel like it's a guilty conscience. That's just my opinion. So, and Tony actually called in and said she won't be able to attend the celebration because she gonna be in France. I said, girl, don't be bringing no critters back, because you know France known for the critters. Chill, you better check your things. And I thought it was so funny when Tony was saying bye. And she was like, and Tawanda thought she was saying Oprah. She was like, awa. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Trina has a family night with her 2 sons and her husband Vaughn. And I thought it was cute. And also Eric's wife was there. They've been together for 9 years, been married for 2. Trina want a grandbaby. Everybody that got children, the parents want grandbabies. That ain't nothing new. But the son do not want children, even though he been with the woman for 9 years. I said, having children, I think Eric has a good head on his shoulder about not having children at the moment. If he cannot afford kids, do not do it. And Vaughn was giving his advice to Eric that do not make somebody force you to have children if you're not ready. And I think that is great advice. Trina is saying that even though Traci had a grandbaby, she was good with her grandbaby. And that makes her want to have a grandbaby so she could be a grandma. But is she going to take care of the baby, buy diapers and formula is expensive, and babies are not cheap, and you stuck with this kid for the rest of your life, and you don't know how they gonna turn out at the end. Some might turn out good, some might turn out bad. They said kids are blessings, but sometimes some kids are born without souls, period. Okay, not every kid, but every kid ain't no angel. All right. and they were throwing X's, and she was making bets. If you get the X, I get a grandbaby. Eric do not want grandchildren. Don't force that man to have kids, because if you force a man to have kids, they gonna resent you at the end. He have to be willing to want children with you. That's just my opinion. But I thought it was cute. Kids are a lie, let me tell you. And if you don't have the help to help you with kids, don't have children, please. If you don't have the finance to do it, don't do it. Tawanda caused Little Kevin to invite him to the gathering, and she don't want nobody to tell nobody, because he's gonna be a little surprised. I think that's weird to me. Why is Little Kevin a surprise to Traci's celebration? I'm confused. I didn't get that part, but whatever. I don't know. I'm lost in the sauce sometimes. I just be lost in the sauce, chat. I don't be knowing. Okay, so Vaughn and Trina is at the golf cart. They riding around, sitting down, and Vaughn and Trina goes at it. Trina was like, "You told my kid to get a vasectomy?" He was like, "Yeah, if he don't want kids." And Trina was like, "Don't be telling my baby not to get a vasectomy. Oh, and I want grandbabies. Oh my God." I was like, it's nice that Vaughn gave Eric advice on a man perspective, but I feel like a vasectomy is for people who already have children and you don't want no more. Eric don't have kids yet. Don't make a permanent decision on a temporary thing, because you don't know. Eric might change his mind and want kids. But they say you could get that reversed. I don't know. I'm not a man, but I wouldn't do it, especially if I don't have kids yet. If you've been with this woman 9 years and you haven't had kids yet, that means they doing good family planning at this moment. There's people who not married and they having a whole bunch of kids. And these people have been together 9 years and haven't had a baby yet. I think that's good family planning. I think you need to plan for a family according to your finances. Even though God says be fruitful and multiply, I think when men get women pregnant, they begin to resent them. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And they start beginning to act the fool. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Don't have no evidence to prove what I'm saying. So they have the party, the celebration for Traci. I love the photo. The photos are beautiful of Traci. And they showed the food, and the crabs are tiny. They it's a crab bite. They was making fun of how tiny the crabs was. That you have to eat a lot to get full. And that is definitely not Maryland. They like them big. I thought when it comes to fish, it have to be a certain size. If it's not a certain size, you're supposed to throw it back into the water. I don't know what crabs, but those looked like baby crabs. I don't know. I would feel weird eating baby crabs. They was eating and dancing, having a good time. Little Kevin showed out. Everybody seemed surprised. The grandmother. They have a sit down with Denise. Denise is the one that took care of Traci, which is her best friend. And I said, God is gonna bless Traci's best friend, because she stopped everything to take care of Traci. So I think that's freaking amazing. That is freaking amazing. And they discussed how Tamar found out that nobody wanted to tell her about how Traci was going pass away on Earth. She said she found out 2 weeks with the doctor, and that's how she found out. But people didn't want to tell her. They said that Traci was going to tell her, and I said they being around the bush. Oh my God. Even though Traci and Tamar wasn't close, that's no way for your sister to find out that nobody wanted to tell her. Maybe because she's the baby and daddy wanted to spare her for feeling guilty because Tamar and Traci was never close. These two was always fighting and feuding. And Trina brings that up. That, oh, you wasn't close at that time. Y'all was feuding with each other. And I'm like, I'm side-eyeing Trina. I'm like, why is you bringing that up? What was the purpose of that? And Tamar stood up for herself against Trina and said, no, that was a long time ago when we fell out. Or something about when she did her closet, that's when they was in good graces. And the man confirmed when Tamar called him over, or somebody called him over, that it was 2 years ago when they fell out. So the man confirms Tamar's story. So I'm sorry, Trina, what was the purpose of bringing that up? I mean, we all know Tamar and Traci feud a lot. They used to go at it like crazy. And Traci will always stand up to Tamar like, girl, I'm not the one, you know. And Tamar know Traci was not the one. We all know Traci wasn't the one. Traci was like, you the baby sis, but I still kick your behind. I know that's right, Traci. So I was thinking Trina was trying to make Tamar feel guilty about that. But the importance is what Denise, Traci friend, said. Denise said something about Traci saying, oh, I don't want to burden my sisters. Don't call them. I don't want to burden my sisters. I'm like, Traci never felt like she belonged in this family. Why? Because why would she say, don't call my sisters? I don't want to burden. Did they feel like Traci was a burden? OMG, I cannot. She should have never felt that way. She should have been able to feel like she could call her sisters and rely on her sisters. But I'm glad they still came through for her, even though they went through difficult times. Family is not going to always be perfect. But at the end of the day, when things get hard and when things get tough, you're supposed to be there for each other. It doesn't matter on what your upbringing is. It doesn't matter what your belief is. At the end of the day, you support one another when you going through tough times. And Traci should have never felt like she was a burden, that she should not be able to call her sister. So I feel like the Braxtons are not close at all. They frauding the people that's watching this. And I feel like they're not close with Traci's son either. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I feel like they call him now and then when it's for taping, and that's just my opinion. Don't have no evidence of it. But thank you for watching. Thank you and have a good day.